Hello Superset maniacs and welcome back to my channel. Mr. Olympia 2023 Derek Lunsford vs Mr. Olympia 2013 Phil Heath in a Supersetman specific analytical comparison. Before we dive into the comparison, I'll quickly walk you through our analytical rules. Feel free to use the timestamps if you're eager to jump into the action. So here's the drill. 8 mandatory poses, each competitor either wins or loses in each pose, and we're keeping the score here. But it's not just about winning a pose, it's also about how dominantly, right? That's where our points system comes into play. A standard win, that's 2 points. A decisive blowout pose, 3 points. And a subtle or tight win, just 1 point. Rare cases when a pose is a draw, get both competitors 1 point. So who's the ultimate winner? The one with the most points. In a points draw, the one with more wins in the mandatories takes the victory. This is designed to ensure that it's impossible for someone to win 6 or more poses and still lose on points and the comparison. No need to memorize all these rules, it will become crystal clear as we navigate through the comparison. Starting with the front double biceps pose. Here the spotlight is on the arms, specifically the biceps, and an equally important distinctive V-taper. Phil Heath dominates the arms department, he's got the muscle separation, the vascularity, and the dryness Derek lacks through the arms. But Derek wins the V-taper just as clearly as Phil wins the guns. Looking at their proportions, Derek has short legs, which is a disadvantage. It's pretty clear that having longer legs like Phil is more aesthetic. Now, Derek definitely loses the legs against Phil, but camera angles and the lighting from the 2023 Mr. Olympia don't help him. Now, this pose could go either way depending on what you value more, so it will be a subtle 1 point win for one of them, but for who? Each decision I make, half of you watching will be complaining, but personally, when I look at these two physiques, Derek has the better appeal in this pose, so he gets a 1 point subtle win for this first pose. Moving on to the front lat spread pose, the focal points are the lats, once again emphasizing that distinctive V-taper and overall width. Now, Phil usually loses this pose. It's his weakest by far due to his narrow structure, and he's opposed to arguably the widest bodybuilder today in Derek Lunsford. But Phil has the better lats and a pretty decent taper of his own, and because of that I will not award Phil this pose, don't worry, but this is another subtle 1 point win for Derek. Next up, the side chest pose. The primary focus is on the chest, but showcasing thick arms and shoulders is equally crucial. There's nothing Derek could do here against Phil. The gift has the better upper body with superior arms, shoulders and chest, superior definition and conditioning also. The only thing keeping me from giving 3 points with a decisive win to Phil Heath is that great side leg of Derek. Phil was known for having one of the best side legs with arguably the best hanging hamstring of all time, but Derek has him beat here in my opinion, on the side leg. So this is just a standard 2 point win for Phil. And don't forget to drop a like if you appreciate the effort, whether you agree with my calls or not. Freedom of opinion is fantastic, let's delve into debates and learning together in the comments section. Now the back double biceps pose. Goal: showcase a more complete back. Judging overall conditioning is easier from the back with glute striations as a key indicator. Boy oh boy, Derek is pushing Phil to the max here. They have the best backs in their respective eras. As far as the back is concerned, they are both complete, symmetric with great insertions. Phil is more 3D, he's got his crazy trademark muscle bellies, but Derek has the width on his side. Downstairs, Derek has the better glutes. Now Derek is not more conditioned than Phil, as Derek's striations through the glutes are mostly due to his better genetics in the area. So far it looks like it could go either way, but the reason I will go with Phil is that he is more complete. He's got the better arms and delts and also the better calves downstairs. Basically, the backs are pretty even almost, but Phil dominates the limbs. This is a subtle 1-point win for the 2013 Mr. Olympia. Transitioning to the back lat spread pose. Here we're looking for a complete back with an emphasis on overall width. In theory, since the arms are out of the equation, you could think that Derek may get the advantage now, but Derek's back lat spread pose is not on the same level as his other back pose, at least not in my opinion. I think he even lost this pose to Heidi at the 2023 Mr. Olympia. I'm waiting for more photos and footage to be released and I'll make a Heidi vs Derek comparison to let you guys know what I think about the controversy. Back to our video. Even though Phil is obviously narrower, he never had a problem in this pose against wider competitors. Almost all of his top opposition were wider than him. He's got the best back lat spread pose in terms of detail, separation, volume, 3D effect of all time. In my eyes, it's almost a standard 2-point win for Phil, but just because of Derek's great back and superior width, I'll make it only a subtle win for Phil. Moving to the side triceps pose, the primary focus is the triceps, especially the lateral head. Just like in the other side pose, Phil dominates with volume, thickness and muscle separation upper body. His triceps are also miles away superior. The upper body is a decisive win for Phil, but yet again, because of Derek's excellent lower body, I'm making this only a standard 2-point win for Phil. Now the abs and thighs pose. Clear focus on the abs and quads where overall aesthetics likely matter the most. None of them have pretty abs, but Derek's are more pleasing. Phil wins the thighs, but Derek has the better taper. If only Phil would have a more distinctive taper, this could have been debatable, but in this case, I think it's pretty safe to say this is a standard 2-point win for Derek. And on to the most muscular pose. If in the abs and thighs we focus on aesthetics, here we emphasize overall mass, especially shoulders, arms and chest. Phil dominates in every single aspect of this pose in any variation of the pose. As I said in the side chest, the upper body is a decisive win for Phil, and since here Phil also wins the lower body from the front, this can only be a decisive 3-point win for the 2013 Mr. Olympia. In conclusion, Phil accumulated 9 points winning 5 poses while Derek secured only 4 points in 3 poses. If we didn't have the point system, one could believe this was close as the score is only 5-3, but Phil dominated and in most of the poses he won, while Derek was barely beating Phil in his poses, so not a close competition. Derek is good, no, he's excellent, but Phil is one of the greatest of all time. He is on another level. That concludes our session, Superset Maniacs. If you enjoyed the analysis, don't forget to like, and for more content like this, hit that subscribe button. Until next time.